शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिनां मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैर्वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः। ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः। भगवद्गीता अध्याय 15 श्लोक 6। न तद्भासयते सूर्यो न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम। In the previous shloka, Bhagavan said that there is a padam. Pada means a goal, a destination. It is the ultimate goal. Because once you reach that goal, you don't have any more goals. The ultimate goal is the one after attaining which you don't have any more goals. You don't have to attain anything. You don't have to seek anything more. It was referred to in the previous shloka as the padam. Now, what is that padam? What is that goal? It is being described in this shloka. Bhagavan says, the goal is nothing but my own nature, my own Swarupa, Mama Dhama. It is my Dhama, means my Swarupa. And what is that Swarupa? It is being described. न तद्भासयते सूर्यः न शशांको न पावकः. The Surya does not illuminate. Tat, the nature of Paramatma. Suryaha na bhasayate. The sun does not illuminate. Na shashankaha. Shashanka means Chandra, moon. Even the moon does not illuminate. And na pavakaha. Even the fire does not illuminate. Implying it is not illumined by any other light. It is not illumined by any light. Because it is the ultimate light. The Upanishad describes the Brahman, describes the Atma as the Jyotisham Jyotihi, the light of all lights. It is the light of all lights. The sun illumines the other things. The sun illumines all the objects on the earth. But what illumines the sun? What makes the sun evident? It is the Atma. The Atma illumines the sun. Without the light of Atma, without the light of the consciousness, the sunlight would have no meaning. The sunlight becomes meaningful only when we have eyes. Suppose nobody in the world had eyes, nobody in the world had vision. Does the sunlight have any purpose? Even if there is a brightest form of light, it will not have any meaning. If nobody has eyes, it is because the sunlight becomes visible to us because we have eyes. Therefore, our eyes are the illuminers of the sun also. Our eyes are the illuminers of the sunlight also. Likewise, the moonlight also. Sunlight, moonlight, tube light, all lights are illumined by our eyes. Therefore, eyes are the light of all the physical lights. Now, what illumines our eyes? Even our eyes are illumined by the mind. Because if we do not have mind, even if the eyes are active, we cannot see anything. That is why sometimes even if a person comes in front of us, we don't observe that person. Or sometimes if we are reading a book, while reading the book, our mind has gone elsewhere. Then we have not understood what we have read. It means even the function of our eyes are observed by our mind. Therefore, mind is the light of eyes also. Mind is the light which illumines even the function of our senses. The external world is illumined by the eyes, and the eyes are illumined by the mind. And now, what illumines the mind? What makes the mind evident? It is the Chaitanya, the consciousness, the Atma. That is why the Upanishad describes the Atma as Jyotisham Jyotihi, light of all lights, the ultimate illuminer. Everything in the world becomes known only because of the presence of the Atma. It is being told here, the Atma is the ultimate light, the ultimate illuminer. Therefore, nothing in the world can illumine the Atma. And nothing in the world needs to illumine the Atma as well. Because being the illuminer, being the ultimate illuminer, the Atma is self-evident. It is evident by itself. Yad gatvana nivartante. And this dhama, mama dhama, it is the nature of the Paramatma. It is the nature of the Ishvara. And it is Paramam. Paramam Padam. It is the ultimate goal. Why it is the ultimate goal? Yad gatvana nivartante. Because once you have attained it, na nivartante, they do not return. Having attained this, one does not return to samsara. It puts an end to samsara. Once you have attained the Paramatma Swarupa, there is no more samsara. There is no more dukkha. There is no more sorrow. There is no more sense of incompleteness. There is no more fear, no more insecurity. It is the ultimate goal of any individual. Therefore, it is the Paramam. It is the ultimate. Next shloka. Mamayivamso jivaloke jivabhutas sanatanaha manashashthani indriyani prakritisthani karshati. Just a minute. Yadgatvana nivartante. The Paramatma Swarupa. Once you attain it, there is no more samsara. Now, how to attain it? How to get it? Already Bhagavan has hinted. The way to attain it is Atmajnana, self-knowledge. The Atmajnana is the way to attain the ultimate goal, Paramatma Swarupa. Now the question is, how the Atmajnana make you attain Paramatma Swarupa? How can the knowledge of Atma make you attain Paramatma? Because if at all you attain something through knowledge, the object that you know and the object that you attain cannot be different. If you have attained something through knowledge, the object of knowledge has to be same as the object of attainment. For example, the example of Kantha-chamikara, the example of necklace. Somebody was wearing her necklace and she was searching for the necklace. Inside, outside, everywhere. Then somebody tells her, the necklace is on your neck. Then she says, yes, I have found it. I found a necklace. I got the necklace. In this example, she came to know about the necklace. That means necklace was the object of knowledge. And through that, what she found was also the necklace. Therefore, if you are finding something, if you are getting something through knowledge, the object that you get should be same as the object that you know. It is a general rule. You cannot get another thing by knowing any other thing. The knowledge of X cannot make you get Y, the object Y. Knowledge of X can only make you get the object X. But here, you are saying the knowledge of the Atma will make you get Paramatma Swarupa, Paramatma. How is it possible? This question is being answered. Bhagavan says, the Atma is essentially non-different from Paramatma. The Atma seems to be different from Paramatma on account of ignorance. Otherwise, there is no difference between Atma and Paramatma. Atma means the nature of the individual, the nature of the Jiva is Atma. The Atma itself is Paramatma, the infinite, the Ishvara. It is being conveyed in the first half of Shloka 7. Let's read the Shloka. Mamaivamsho jiva loke jiva bhutas sanatanaha manashashthani indriyani prakritisthani karshati. Bhagavan says, Mama eva sanatanaha amshaha. My amsha. Amsha literally means part. Bhagavan says, my amsha is in the form of Jiva. The Jiva is my amsha. Jiva is an amsha of Paramatma. This is being told. Now here the commentators clarify. Paramatma does not have amsha, because Paramatma is niramshaha, niravayavaha. The Upanishads describe the Brahman, describe the Paramatma as Nishkalaha, free from parts, Niravayava, Niramshaha. Then how can you talk about an Amsha of such Paramatma? Niramsha Paramatma cannot have Amsha. Therefore, the commentators say, Amshaha iva Amshaha, as though Amsha, not really Amsha, as though Amsha, as though part. Why as though part? In some way, the jiva is similar to a part. The jiva is essentially non-different from Paramatma, but appears to be different. Seems to be different on account of the upadhi, on account of an external factor, the body, mind, senses, etc. The jiva seems to be different from Paramatma, but not really different from Paramatma. Therefore, the Jivatma is referred to as Amsha, like Amsha, not really Amsha. In reality, the Jiva is nothing but Paramatma, but seems to be different. Essentially being non-different, seems to be different. It is the idea conveyed by the word Amshaha in this context. For this, two examples are given by the commentators. One is the example of a reflected sun. There is original sun in the sky. If you keep a pot of water under the open sky, you get a reflection of the sun. The reflected sun seems to be different from the original sun. Now, how many suns are there? Original sun and reflected sun. Are there two suns? There are no two suns. There is only one sun. The reflected sun is same as the original sun. Only it appears to be different. It seems to be confined to the water in the pot. But in reality, it is not confined to the pot. It is not affected by the water in the pot. It is not subject to the movements of the water in the pot. It is same as the original sun, unaffected by the water and unaffected by the container of the water. In the same manner, the Atma, the same Paramatma, reflects in the body and seems to be confined to the body. In reality, the Atma is never affected by the body. When it seems to be confined to the body, it is called Jivatma. The same Atma, when it seems to be confined by the body and seems to be affected by the body, it is called Jivatma. Therefore, Jiva Bhutaha, the one who is present as Jiva, Jivaloke, in the Jivaloka, in the Sharira of a Jiva, is Mama Eva Sanatanaha Amshaha. It is my own Amsha, my own aspect, as it were, and it is Sanatanaha. The Jiva is eternal. It has no birth, no death, no modification. From the second half of this shloka onwards, Bhagavan is explaining the nature of a jiva. The samsara. The jiva experiences samsara. Samsara involves bhoktrutva, enjoyership, as well as doership, kartrutva and bhoktrutva. And it also involves transmigration, going from one body to another body. The jiva travels from one body to another body in accordance with its own karmas. It enjoys the results of its karma. This is being explained in the second half of this shloka, as well as the following two shlokas. How a jiva becomes a samsari, how a jiva experiences samsara. While explaining samsara, Bhagavan points out that the samsara is not the intrinsic nature of the jiva. Instead, samsara is caused by the upadhis. The upadhi. What is the upadhi? Generally, we describe the upadhi as three shariras, three bodies, namely sthula sharira, sukshma sharira, and karana sharira. Sthula sharira, is the gross body, the body that is visible to all of us. Then there is Sukshma Sharira, which consists of the mind, the pranas, 5 jnanendriyas, 5 senses of knowledge, and 5 senses of action, 5 karmendriyas. This constitutes the Sukshma Sharira. And then there is Karana Sharira. Karana Sharira is called Prakriti or Avidya. Here Bhagavan refers to the Karana Sharira as Prakriti. The Karana Sharira is the cause of both Sthula Sharira and Sukshma Sharira. Because our identification with Sthula Sharira and Sukshma Sharira is caused by the avidya, caused by the ignorance. As long as we have avidya, as long as we have the ignorance, we will be identified with the Sthula Sharira and the Sukshma Sharira. Once the avidya is gone, we are no longer associated with Sthula Sharira and Sukshma Sharira. We are no longer identified with Sthula Sharira and Sukshma Sharira. That is how avidya serves as the Karana Sharira, the causal body. Now, this shloka, the second half of this shloka, should be read with the following shloka, first half of the following shloka. Therefore, let's read the following shloka as well. Shariram yadavapnoti yachapyutkramati गृहीत्वैतानि संयाति वायुर्गन्धानि वाशयात् We have to take some words from Shloka 8. We have to take the part Yachapyutkramati Ishvaraha. Yada, Yacha is Yat Cha Api. There take the Yat. Yat means Yada, when the Ishvaraha Utkramati. Here the word Ishvara is used for Jiva, Jivatma. The Jivatma Utkramati. In the discussion regarding transmigration, we talk about two things. Number one, Utkranti. Utkranti or Utkramana. It means the jiva leaving a body. A jiva dwells in a body. How long does it dwell in a body? as long as it has prarabdha. As long as the prarabdha allows the jiva to stay in a body, the jiva stays in a given body. Once the prarabdha is over, once the prarabdha is exhausted, the jiva cannot stay in this body any longer. Then the jiva leaves this body, exits this body. The exit of a jiva is called utkranti or utkramana. In works like Brahma Sutras, there is a detailed discussion on utkranti. How does the utkranti happen? How does the jiva leave the body? It is discussed based on certain statements in the Upanishad. The utkranti is discussed. And after utkranti, there is one more thing. It is called gati. Gati means the journey of a jiva after exiting the body. How does the jiva travel? Where does it travel? All these are discussed. Now, Bhagavan is talking about utkranti as well as gati. First of all, he is talking about utkranti. Yada Ishwaraha utkramati. When the Ishwara refers to Jiva, the Jivatma is referred to as Ishwara because just now Bhagavan has told that the Jiva is not different from Ishwara. Jiva is not different from Paramatma. Therefore, the Jiva utkramati exits this body. How does the Jiva exit? Manashasthani indriyani prakritisthani karshati. When the Jiva exits, the Jiva pulls along with itself, karshati, draws, pulls. What does it pull? Manashasthani indriyani. There are indriyas, 5 jnanendriyas, and mind is the 6th. Therefore, the indriyas are described as manashasthani, the indriyas of which mind is the 6th, meaning 5 jnanendriyas plus mind. Mind is also an indriya. 5 jnanendriyas plus one more antarindriya. Mind is called antarindriya. It is the inner sense. Therefore, it is considered as a distinct indriya, unlike the 5 external senses. And we should also understand pancha bahyendriyani, pancha karmendriyani, 5 karmendriyas. It is not mentioned here. And also 5 pranas. implying entire Sukshma Sharira. The Sukshma Sharira, Manashasthani Indriyani refers to the Sukshma Sharira. Sukshma Sharira is described as Prakritisthani. Prakritisthani means it is present on Karana Sharira, implying the Sukshma Sharira is a product of Karana Sharira. It emerges from the Karana Sharira. During deep sleep, the Sukshma Sharira gets merged with the Karana Sharira, the Prakriti. And when we wake up, the Sukshma Sharira manifests once again from the Karana Sharira. Therefore, Sukshma Sharira is called Prakritistha. By saying Prakritisthani, Bhagavan has included Karana Sharira also. Karshati, the Jiva, pulls the Sukshma Sharira along with the Karana Sharira when it leaves this body. Meaning, the Jiva exits a body with the Sukshma Sharira and Karana Sharira. The Sthula Sharira is left behind here itself. The Jiva exits with the Sukshma Sharira and Karana Sharira. This implies that the Utkranti happens on account of the Upadhi, the Sukshma Sharira Upadhi and Karana Sharira Upadhi. On account of this Upadhi alone, the Jiva does the process of Utkranti. The Atma alone does not have Utkranti, because the Atma alone, Shuddha Atma, is all pervasive, free from movements, Nischala, free from movements, free from actions. Therefore, the Shuddha Atma cannot have Utkranti or Gati. It cannot exit the body, and it cannot even travel from one body to another body. It is all pervasive. But since the Sukshma Sharira leaves the body, the Atma also seems to leave the body. The Atma seems to travel along with the Sukshma Sharira. It is the idea implied in this slide. Next shloka. Now, Bhagavan describes a Gati. After Utkranti, there is a Gati. The Jiva travels so that it can get another body eventually. How does it travel? Yada shariram avapnoti. The apicha we can connect here. Yacha api is there in the second pada of Shloka 8. There, apicha also. Yad means yada, when shariram avapnoti, when the jiva travels to take another body, a new body, in accordance with its karma phala, then it has to travel. How does it travel? Etani grihitva sanyati. Etani refers to manashasthani indriyani, prakritisthani, sukshma sharira as well as karana sharira. Grihitva sanyati. The jivatma takes them along with it, and sanyati travels with the sukshma sharira and karana sharira, implying even the gati happens on account of the upadhi, on account of sukshma sharira and karana sharira. For the gati, an example is given. Vayur gandhan iva ashayat. Just like vayu, the air takes away fragrance from any locus. Let us say flower. Ashayat. Ashaya means any locus of fragrance. Generally, a flower. From the flower, when the vayu blows away from the flower, the vayu takes the fragrance along with it, leaving the flower behind there. The vayu may not take the flower with it, but the vayu takes the fragrance. You cannot see the fragrance. The fragrance is subtle. You cannot see. The flower you can see. The flower remains there only. But when the air blows, it takes the fragrance along with it. In the same manner, when the jiva travels, it leaves the sthula sharira here and takes the sukshma sharira and karana sharira along with it. And with the same sukshma sharira and karana sharira, it enters another body, another sthula sharira, and identifies with another sthula sharira, and starts experiencing the world through another sthula sharira. That sthula sharira may be anything, not necessarily a human body. It can be any body, dog, cat, plant, anything. From this, we have to understand that the jiva is essentially Paramatma, which is infinite, which is free from changes, free from modifications, and therefore free from samsara. But on account of the association with the upadhi, the sukshma sharira and the karana sharira, and eventually sthula sharira also, the Shuddha Paramatma, pure Atma, becomes a jiva on account of the association with the upadhi, and thereby it experiences samsara, which includes utkranti, gati, etc. And in the following shloka, the bhoktrutva of the jiva will be explained. On account of the upadhi alone, the jiva gets bhoktrutva. This will be explained in shloka 9. We will see in the following session. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.